Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
Talking about finances can be confusing, difficult, scary, murky even. But it doesn't have to be with Money Mentor by Michigan First Credit Union on your side. More than 90 years ago, Michigan First was founded on the principle of putting education first. Today, Money Mentor continues that tradition because affording the lifestyle you want isn't always easy. Check us out at MichiganFirstMoneyMentor.com or follow us on social media for tips, tricks, blogs, and videos today.
Go. Welcome back, everybody, to Don Riddler Fieldhouse on the campus of Lawrence Tech University. We are about to get ready for the second half of play as the Aquinas Saints leading 30-25 over LTU. Alongside John Snow, I'm Jan Vogler. Delighted to have you with us here. And John, I gotta say, there's got to be some improvement being made for the LTU men's side, just like you said, first of all.
Yeah, definitely. As I'm looking at the stats, they had once a lead of 13 about halfway through that first half. So, and then quickly Aquinas erased that within the matter of minutes. And now Aquinas finds himself up ahead. So LTU needs to really tighten things up on defense like they had the entire game and just keep the offense going.
So we're just underway here in the second half as Andrew Wynn gets it over the dribble line, gives it over to Cumberland. Now Gustafson. Nice bounce pass and it's intercepted. And here is Gabe Overway, gives it over to McGee. McGee with 8 points tonight. Driving it to the free throw line, gives it over to Duinger. And it's all picked up by Gustafson. And now here is Andrew Wynn. Remember, Andrew Wynn had a big game against Penn State Allegheny in the last game.
Yeah, it definitely needs to keep that hot streak going.
Gustafson, recently with 500 career rebounds. Picked up by Nathaniel Ward. Ward to the lane, and he almost got it going, and be picked up by Jaron Duinger. What's the mindset right now on Aquinas' part?
Well, for Aquinas, they just erased a 13-point deficit.
Oh, wait a minute. We'll get back to the second half. Nathaniel Ward being picked up, throwing it to the lane. He almost picked it off, and it was last shot by Andrew Wynn.
Boy, seems like Ward got tripped up on that, but it must have been just incidental contact. That's why whistle wasn't blown. So that's just an extremely tough break for LTU right there. But as I continue on, Aquinas, they erased a 13-point deficit in a matter of minutes. They now have a lead. You basically got to keep your offense clicking. You keep your perimeter shooters going. And basically, you haven't done a lot of stuff in the paint.
Gabe Overway driving his short side, and he couldn't get it connected. He'll be picked up by Andrew Wynn.
Well, if they don't convert inside the paint, then they got to keep going with the perimeter shooters. So that's because that's the only thing that's been going for them.
Matthews to Cumberland. Goes over to Gustafson, back to Cumberland. Cumberland inside the paint. Ward, now Wynn. Wynn with 9 points tonight. Goes over to Matthews. He's yet to have a point in this game. Until now, he puts in his first 2 points of the game.
Yeah, there's Shamar Matthews making something happen. Clock was winding down. See it float away.
Oh, and what a response from Menelito McGee.
Boy, friendly bounce right there, and quickly it's Aquinas with the response.
So it's now a 6-point game for Aquinas as we are 2.5 minutes into the second. Gustafson, 3-point shot. Couldn't get it, goes off the hill. It'll be picked up by Brown Boy, gives over to McGee.
It's a wise shot because there was nobody else in front of him.
Overway, McGee, now Brown Boyd, 3-point shot is good. And it's now a 9-point game, and we will get a timeout on Lawrence Tech.
Yeah.
What an impressive start to the second half by Aquinas.
That's what they kept on going. That's what they kept on doing. The game plan of attack didn't change. They stuck with their outside perimeter shooters. It was those shooters, McGee, Boyd, Brown Boyd. They got them back into the game, and that's what gave them the lead. Their outside shooters, the 3-point shots, Brown Boyd with some huge 3-point shots to extend the lead. And for Josh Pickens, he needed this timeout to really refocus up his team. Like we just had a 13-point lead. They got back in it. Now we got to get back in it. Like we got to tighten up everything around the perimeter because we've been doing so well defending the paint. We got to start defending better around the perimeter.
So right now it's all about refocus for the LTU Blue Devils as they're down by 9, 36-27 here as we are approaching down to 17 minutes. This is the first game of conference play for both of these teams. Of course, Blue Devils, of course, 3-1 on the year. And of course, Aquinas. Aquinas, of course, first 2-2. Offensive rebound being picked up, and here is Duninger. McGee on the far side of the court. Pass it over to Boyd with a three-point shot. And how about that from Devin Boyd, who now has 5.
Boy, Aquinas and their outside shooters, they're just flowing down those threes.
Andrew Wynn trying to go for the three-point shot, and he connects just like that. And it's now a 9-point deficit now for the Blue Devils.
Wynn had a few good three-point shots early on from the corner. That time, he was able to go from the elbow right to the wing and able to actually work her way around. And foul was called on Blake London. He couldn't believe it. He thought he had a clean strip lane. That was close.
It was close as Blake Lund commits a foul. And now we'll get an inbound opportunity for the Saints as Devin Boyd with 5 points tonight will inbound it in. Here's Jared Duninger, gives over to McGee. Duninger defended by Lund. Here's McGee, back to Duninger, inbound pass, and it's intercepted by Gonzalez. Remember, Alejandro Gonzalez got 3 fouls tonight. He needs to be very careful. Here's Wynn with a jump shot, 2-pointer, and he almost got it in.
Nobody there for the offensive board, and whether that was the play setup, but Wynn took a rather good
Oh, here comes the
shot.
opportunity, and it's no basket for Aquinas as Andrew Larson can't believe it. Looks like we got a foul on the play.
Yeah, there was, and it is on Gonzalez. That's his 4th, so he's going to be subbed out right here. So it was called for a block, and it was right before the shot was taken off.
So 4 fouls for Alejandro Gonzalez, and he will sit out as Gabe Overway will give it over to Devin Boyd. Devin Boyd at the Aquinas lead by 9. Open way for McGee, and he swoops it on for the tray ball.
Wide open, nobody in the vicinity.
I mean, nobody was open for LTU.
No, they left McGee wide open on that wing.
Here's Andrew Wynn. 5 minutes into the second. Cumberland got it, or Sasawu rather got it in as he now got 6 points.
And a quick response by LTU. That's what they need, just quick answers. But now they need a defensive stop.
Larson over the bounce back to Overway, and a foul being called.
And it's going to be on Blake Lund. That's his 3rd. And again, both those fouls on Blake Lund, they're very close because he's going after the ball. It's going to be called for a reach.
So Gabe Overway will head to the line as he will shoot 2.
And for Blake Lund, he needs to be very careful because he's the guy that they rely on coming off the bench, one of their outside shooters, a perimeter shooter at best.
He has got his first point connect on the free throws, and he could not connect it on the second as Sasawu picks it up and gives it over to Cumberland.
Surprised there wasn't a call for a reach over on that one.
It was nearly close. Here is Cumberland inside the paint, and he scores.
Good post up and good fadeaway shot right there inside the paint. That's what you need to do. You back your opponent into the paint, you take 1 step, and then fade away right there. Short fade away, easy bucket.
Here's Boyd, gives it over to Duninger, defended by Lund. Now Overway. Gabe Overway, of course, he has 20 points there at the 3-point shot missed by Boyd. Now Overway with an inside 2-pointer, and he couldn't connect. It'll be picked up by Sana Sasawu over to Cumberland after we're now under 14 minutes to go in regulation. Andrew Wynn. Andrew Wynn with 12 points. Now Gustafson comes up short on the 3-point shot.
I mean, he's getting close. Big guy's getting close on those threes. He's got plenty of space in front of him. They're pretty considerate 3 shots.
Here's Boyd defended by Wynn, going inside to Overway. Overway, now Boyd. Wynn trying to get things going. Now Duninger, 8 on the shot, and it's intercepted by Blake Lund. And here is a fast break for Blake Lund. He almost got it. Should have been a foul being called by Andrew Wynn with the offensive rebound, but he couldn't connect it on the put back in.
Yeah, Josh Pickens is letting the official know, like, hey, my player just hit the deck. You guys couldn't call that?
And Sasawu getting the last touch. It will be Saint's ball. And
like
now
that,
we'll get some subs here for Aquinas.
I mean, that breakaway opportunity by Lund, that was the best breakaway opportunity for LTU all night. And the fact that there was no foul called, it was very shocking because Lund went all the way to it. And then he basically got a shove off, hit the deck, and couldn't finish the bucket.
So great work comes back in for Aquinas. That's we're under 13 minutes to go. Larson, overway, inside the lane. Game going, it is blocked by Gustafson. And it's picked up by Andrew Wynn.
Boy, what a block right there. You need a huge block, and you got it.
Gustafson inside, Sasawu scores! Putting it home off the glass, and it's now a 6-point game.
This is the kind of basketball you want playing. You don't try to go for a big shot. You work your way down low. Look for that backside cut. Sisterwood with the backside cut was wide open down low.
Here's Overway. Gives it over to Harley. Harley recently came back into the game, gives it over to McGee. He got 14 points tonight. Now a 3-point shot from distance from Harley, and he couldn't put it in. Picked up by Blake Lund. Blake Lund with 3 points tonight. He also got 3 fouls in the game. Lund 3-point shot, and he airballed it.
Yeah, it looks like Blake Lund, he got a little bit too aggressive on that shot right there. A little bit of a tight window. Basically got nothing on it. It's off the side.
So tough break there for the Blue Devils. Under 12 minutes to go. And right now for Aquinas, they're doing everything they can to get things going here. And so far they've done it so impressive.
Yeah, they have it. Their outside shooters are still taking good, considerate shots. Here's where they try to work in the paint.
Overwave trying to hook it in.
Foul away from the ball.
Yep, foul away from the ball, and now
it's on Gustafson. That's only his first, so definitely still a lot to play with. And Gustafson, he's been rather good staying out of foul trouble. That's only his first.
So Gabe Overway will head to the line. He was 1 for 2 in 3 throw attempts, and he is now 2 for 3 this time.
Yeah, no fouls given off by Aquinas. So they've been doing pretty good to stay out of foul trouble themselves. And for Overway, he was 71 of 88 last year from the line. So pretty much way above average as he nails both of them.
So he connected on both of them, and it's now an 8-point game for Aquinas. 11:35 to play here in the half. Here is Cumberland. He's being double teamed. This out Lund. Now Nathaniel Ward. And he went out of bounds, I believe.
Foul was called for a push-off. That one was on Brown Boyd. That's the first foul by anybody from Aquinas the second half.
So Brown Boyd getting his first foul of the game. Possession stays remaining with LTU. Here is Gustafson. Almost picked off. And it was being picked up by Brown Boyd. And now McGee with Sasawu and a chance for a 3-point play. How about that from McGee? A great individual effort off the pass. And so Sasawu gets called for the foul.
Boy, yeah, Josh Pickens can't believe it. Off the inbound play to Gustafson, they tried to get it out to Ward. And then it was knocked away by Harley. And then a scramble for it. So fouls on Sisterwood is only his second.
Yeah, Sasawu with his second foul, and McGee now 1 for 1 in 3 throw attempts thanks to the bonus this foul. Andrew Wynn, he's being double teamed, gives it over to Cumberland. Now back to Andrew Wynn. Andrew Wynn now. Cumberland, now Ward, top of the key. Sasawu over to Wynn. Going near the baseline. Here's Wynn trying to fight for it, and he could not put it in. And it'll be picked up.
They're trying to penetrate within the paint. Wynn was basically covered. They had a zone defense set up, which basically blocked that opportunity right there.
Here is Harley. Harley defended by Gonzalez. Remember, Gonzalez with 4 fouls. One more and he'll be out.
This is a risky move right here, but for Pickens, he needs players. He needs playmakers.
5 on our shot. Here's McGee. Now 3-point shot from Ringwer, and he almost got it, but an offensive rebound being picked up. Here is Overway. Now Ringwer blocked by Cumberland. Looks like he got a piece. And here is Andrew Wynn with now 10:07 to play here in the second half. It's 11-point deficit for LTU. Andrew Wynn, three-pointer. In and out it goes. And it'll be picked up by Brown Boyd.
Man.
So far, struggles have been looming on the LTU side of things. Now a three-point shot from Brown Boyd, and he cashed it in.
Making a 14-point lead. Largest lead of the night for anybody. LTU had a 13-point lead back in the first half, and Aquinas squandered it. Now it's LTU's turn to play comeback.
So far, it's all Aquinas so far. 21 second half points. Now here's Sasawu. He puts it in off the glass, and we will get a timeout.
Yeah, Josh Piggins trying to calm his team down. Good quick bucket by Sasawu. He basically try to remind everybody, like, hey, we're in this spot. We're in this spot right here. We were up big, now they're up big. Now it's our turn to play comeback. We definitely need to protect more around the perimeter because it is their perimeter shooters. Brown Boyd, Harley, McGee, all those guys are just on lockdown around the arc. They have been knocking down threes all over the place, so they definitely need to protect better around the perimeter and also getting those defensive boards. Aquinas nearly got another putback shot on the offensive board, but LTU was able to squander it. So they need to tighten things up around the perimeter and just be able to get the simple shots down in order to get back into this deficit.
So right now is a 12-point deficit for LTU. Now, if you're Josh Piggins, what do you need to do to make sure to get a comeback and not to have any more foul trouble for all these players?
I mean, they've been playing man-to-man coverage, which has been very tight. But when you leave shooters open around the perimeter, it leaves them open. But when you work your way down the paint, they've been doing really good. And all the fouls that they've committed thus far has been on breakaway opportunities, just trying to stop the run. So all the fouls they have committed, in which have been close, has basically been defending the paint. They've been trying to reach in, get the ball free, and they've been doing a pretty good job of it. So try to play conservative, try not to really do much reach in, but any opportunity that they can see to get a loose ball, they're going to take it.
Of course, the Aquinas Saints now 18 for 41 in field goal attempts, and of course for the Blue Devils 16 to 43 in field goal attempts. Here is Sissom, now pound back in by Brown Boyd, and he almost get it done. And here comes the bounce pass. Oh, balls! Oh, what an interception! Here is Harley getting going. Now a jump shot from Brown Boyd. He couldn't connect. And it'll be picked up by Nathaniel Ward on the defensive rebound.
Ward should have not done the bounce pass right there. He should have done a loft pass over top, all the way out to Cumberland. That bounce pass is way too risky of a pass right there with another defender down the lane.
Andrew Wynn gives over to Gonzalez. Oh, nice fake. Gonzalez jump shot, and he puts it in off the rim.
Got to crash the boards right there. You got to get that offensive board.
12-point lead for Aquinas. 8:22 to play. Here's McGee, top of the key. No, nice pass over to Duinger, and he scores, puts it in. He now has 7 points for Jared Duinger.
Man, Duinger right there. Good backside cut. Was able to beat Cumberland to the spot. And great awareness by Harley.
Of course, Jared Duinger had 12 points in the last game against St. Francis. Nathaniel Ward nearly got the handle lost on it. Here is Wren. Almost picked up. Ward dunks it home. How about that from Nathaniel Ward?
Trying to spark it up.
Dunk right there.
Trying to light a fire underneath his team right now. He's trying to light a fire into this crowd, into his team. Usually a three-point shot or a dunk like that, it's supposed to light up a fire. So hopefully they take that and they just keep on rolling from there.
And now we got a foul on the play.
Yeah, Ward called. He got to reach around right there. And
so Peyton Harley will inbound the ball. And the foul is called on Nathaniel Ward. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, called for a reach around right there. So lucky enough, that's only his first.
Oh, here comes Andrew Wynn off the steal. Andrew Wynn going all alone, but he puts on the brakes. Gonzalez three-pointer. He got it. How about that from Alejandro Gonzalez, his first 3 points of the game, and he only has 4 fouls in this game.
Well, that's huge. A guy with 4 fouls coming into a game in a huge spot when your team is down and able to get a huge bucket like that. That's just a good sign to see.
Here is Harley getting the jump on it. Cannot. It'll be picked up by Andrew Wynn. Now it's catch-up time here for LTU with 6:57 to play. Andrew Wynn puts it in, and a chance for a three-point play.
That's the fire. That's the fire that this team needs. And Andrew Wynn's the guy for the job. Just had an open lane, and he just took it. He sees a lane, and you take it. And he took it all the way, and now a chance of a three-point play.
Foul is called on Andrew Larson. That is his second foul of the game. And now Andrew Wynn, who is 1 for 2 in free throw attempts tonight, could have a chance to add one more to it. And he connects just like that. 2 for 3 on free throw attempts for Andrew Wynn.
Great run going.
It is now a 6-point game.
This is a great run right here. They got to keep it up.
Harley gives it over to Larson. Almost off the steal, and Gustafson managed to get it done just like that.
That's it. Guys are stepping up. Gustafson cuts in front, nearly got a steal, and he gets a foul as he tries to scramble for the loose ball.
So foul is on Gabe Overway. That is his 3rd foul of the game.
Now it's Aquinas getting into foul trouble.
There's Andrew Wynn. He is like a quarterback here on this LTU squad. Gives it over to Cumberland. Now Gustafson. Remember a 6-point game. Gustafson! Or Gonzalez rather couldn't get the handle on it. And now we will go Aquinas' way. As a foul being called on Nathaniel Ward. That's his 2nd foul of the game.
Yeah, he's trying to talk with the official right there because he's trying to go for the loose ball, but also on the play was Brown Boyd. But the two got tangled up, so it's just like a judgment call right there for that one. And they almost saw it as like he's trying to push him down, trying to go for it. So
Peyton Harley will head to the line, and he couldn't put it in on the first drive.
Aquinas is now into the bonus, so everything is a 1-1 for right now.
Wynn to Gustafson. Gustafson back to Wynn. 6:13 to play here in the second half. Ward driving it. Oh, Gustafson lost it on the handle, and we will go Aquinas' way.
Just too hard of a pass right there by Ward. Got right for the hands of Gustafson. They had it drawn out because there was a wall set up down there in the paint. So they handed off to Gustafson.
A nice spin around move by Harley. And here is Brown Boyd, or Boyd rather. Devin Boyd, top of the key. He's offended by Isaiah Cumberland. Now Brown Boyd. Donovan Boyd, defended by Cumberland. 7 on the shot. Doinger now Overway inside the paint. Time running out. 3-point shot from Brown Boyd, and it goes off the rim. Picked up by Andrew Wynn. It is a 6-point deficit for LTU as Letha gets cut the lead to 3. Cannot. Ward shot cannot put it in. And be picked up by Aquinas. Here is Peyton Harley. Haley Harley on the near side of the court. Down to 5:15 to go here in the second half.
Nearly just in and out right there on that shot by Gonzalez. He had all the time, and then nearly a good putback on the offensive board.
Harley, 9 on the shot. Boyd, here is Brown Boyd going for it. Goes off the glass, and he couldn't connect. Picked up by Alejandro Gonzalez, and now Andrew Wynn will start it off. Under 5 minutes to play. It's a 6-point deficit for LTU. Wynn going all alone, and he couldn't put it down, and it will stay LTU's way. And Peyton Harley will come right out. He has never gotten a point so far here in this game.
No, he hasn't. Josh Pickett was just yelling at the official right there. He wanted a foul on that drive by Wynn because he ran into a wall of 3 defenders and thought there was a reach over, and there almost clearly was.
Wynn 3-pointer. Couldn't connect. Oh, what a dunk How about that from Isaiah Cumberland? Oh my word!
And that is how you put it down. That is how you put it down, and that's a senior leader, a fifth-year guy who comes up with a huge moment, and he just did right there. The roof came off the building. LTU is getting that much closer. That is what a senior leader does.
So a 4-point deficit now with 4:36 to go, and now if you are the Blue Devils, this is definitely crunch time.
No, definitely crunch time. They got to keep this offensive motivation going. They got to keep the momentum going. They've had some great offensive boards. They got to keep rebounding on the offensive boards because they've had a lot of putback shots, second chance opportunities. They keep going to the outside shooters. They have plenty of space to work with. Gonzalez, Rinn, Cumberland, Sisawu, and then Gustafson working around the corners. Ward is still getting on the action as well. And then on the defensive side, they are just locked down on defense right now. They have held Aquinas to a lot of minimum shots and to a lot of missed shots as well, getting the defensive boards. So this is just a great display, and now we're getting that close to tying this and getting in the head.
So 4:36 to play, and the Blue Devils are now down by 4. Aquinas now has the ball, and it'll be Jared Duinger.
They're going to go with a zone-type read, full-court press right here. Almost try to lead him into a trap.
Full-court pressing time. Here's McGee. He got 17 points tonight. Gives over to Duinger. It's entered by Isaiah Cumberland. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked off by Gustafson. And now the Blue Devils will start.
Another great defensive stop.
Andrew Wynn. Wynn going for it. Gonzalez, three-pointer. Oh, couldn't connect.
He's been close. He's been close on those threes.
So right now the Saints pass the ball with Duinger on the far side of the court. Bounce pass over to Gabe Overway. He's defended by Gustafson. Now Duinger back to Overway. Lane catch. Three-point shot from Brown Boyd, and it goes in and out. Picked up by Andrew Wynn. 4-point game with 3:40 to go. Andrew Wynn, nice turnaround move, and he almost put it in, but he comes up way under the rim.
Just basically bad luck right there with the positioning. Was right underneath.
Oh, it's a steal by Andrew Wynn. And now we're going the other way. Andrew Wynn. Gonzalez with 4 fouls tonight. Gonzalez three-pointer. Goes off the heel of the rim. It'll be picked up by Aquinas.
He's just getting that much closer. That was off the heel.
3 minutes to go here in regulation. Aquinas leads 53-49. Here is Boyd. Boyd trying to go inside the three-point line. Gets over to Duinger. Oh, it's intercepted again. That's the second or third time Aquinas turns it over. Wynn going to the lane. He got it to go. And it's now a 2-point game with 2:35 to play.
What a run. What a run we're going right here. They keep trying to feed Overway down low, but Gustafson is right there, intercepting for the third time with another takeaway.
Pressures are settling in. Open to the hoop, and that is blocked. What a block by Isaiah Cumberland. Here is Ward trying to tie it up. Ward comes up short. Picked up by Duinger. And now Aquinas will go the other way. 2:05 to play here in regulation. And now we'll get a timeout on Aquinas. Man, what a game.
It is. LTU's working their way back. And Pickens kind of a little bit upset right there that Ward took that shot. Probably could have found an outside perimeter shooter right there with that one. But still, this is a great effort. The defense has really stopped them right there. So many takeaways. Rinn with some steals. Gustafson with some interceptions. This is the kind of stuff that they've been wanting this entire game. They were on lockdown in the first half, and now they've been able to come back after being down by 14 and able to really get this thing within 2. Just a valiant effort and just leadership overall. Isaiah Cumberland with that putback slam, blow the roof off this place. That is what a leader does right there, and that is crashing the offensive board, leading by example.
This is like what we saw in the women's game earlier tonight, where, of course, things are getting intense and it gets closer and closer as clock goes winding down.
Yes, definitely. And we're in another great position, my friend. We're a 2-point game, 2 minutes left to go. It could come down to one more shot like the first game.
Yes, absolutely.
You cannot ask for a better start to a conference play.
Absolutely. I mean, conference play is definitely getting intense.
Oh, it is. It's just an amazing experience. You just got to see it to believe it.
All right, so 2:04 to play. Jaron Jr. with the inbound for Aquinas. Gives it over to McGee. He had 17 points tonight. And here is Devin Boyd with 5 points. McGee driving it to the lane. Blocked by Wynn. Here is Cumberland. They can have a chance to tie it up. And it's intercepted by Jr. 1:44 to play.
Dowager, I thought he traveled right there, but he was just down to one knee.
Man, he was close.
Man, another terrible break for LTU. Boy, that was kind of like a replica of the Kylie Beatty steal.
700
she was going for a
shot.
travel.
Here is McGee. Gives it over to Doninger. And he lost it on the handle. And we will go LTU's way with 1:18 to play.
Bad break for LTU, now bad break for Aquinas. Turnabout, fair play.
Bad breaks all around here. And this is getting intense for the final minute 18.
Boy, turnovers are high right now. Aquinas with 18 turnovers, LTU with 12. And the amount of points off those turnovers, LTU has converted 17.
So many turnovers here in this game. And now here comes Andrew Wynn. Aquinas for the lead. No, couldn't connect. Nathaniel Ward almost got it. But it picked up by McGee. Oh, Nathaniel Ward nearly locked it on a handle. And Ward goes down. And a real scramble. Oh, he's intercepted. Man, what a crazy sequence so far. Now
Ward hit the deck, then there was a steal. I'm curious as to what this call is.
It was a steal by Gunnar Gustafson.
They've called a foul on LTU.
Wow.
In the middle of all that. And they did call it on Ward. That's his third.
So under a minute to go, and the Blue Devils need to tie in 3.
That was a weird play overall. First Ward hit the deck. Not sure if he was trying to sell it right there, but no whistle was blown. And then LTU was on the steal, and then they tried to get ahead to Ward, and then Ward was called for the foul on the reach and trying to go for a loose ball.
So Nathaniel Ward getting a technical foul.
Wow. I guess it must have been on that. I don't know. He must have sold it.
This may be the turning point of this game right here.
It might as well be.
So Alejandro Gonzalez with 3 points tonight will inbound. The Blue Devils need 3 to tie. Here is Andrew Wynn.
Coming down to the wire here, Don.
Crowd is pumping. Red going all of it. And Red will head to the line.
This is a start. This is a start right here. Let's see if you can get this within 2 or at least 1.
So Andrew Wynn, 2 for 3 tonight in 3 throw attempts. He got 17 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Foul was called on Doinger. That's only his first.
Got it. Got this first.
Now it's a 2-point game. Ward's coming back in.
And Gonzalez coming out. Now Wynn for his second attempt. And he makes both of them. So it's a 1-point game as we're down to 45 seconds. It all comes down to this. Here is Boyd. Boyd to Brown Boyd. 18 on the shot, 40 seconds. Here is Boyd. Boyd driving it. Hopefully LTU can call a timeout at any point. 5 seconds on the shot. McGee driving into the lane. He couldn't connect. He picked up by Gustafson. Now we're down to 15 seconds. Win. Trying to get things going. Here is Sasawu with 8 seconds. Win needs a 3 to win it, or maybe a 2. Win going to the line. Good, connect it, and it goes out of bounds. And that looks like the game is over.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I mean, just in pure shock. 2 things could have happened. A foul could have been called. And the ball could have gone out with still some time on the clock, but neither of that happened, and the officials elected to just end the game.
So that's it.
Wow.
So that's
just shocking finish to a close game. I mean, they ran the clock down.
So that's it. So Aquinas winning both games of the basketball doubleheader in a close, tight finish.
Wow. This is just crazy, the doubleheader overall. I mean, first the women's game, low scoring, but close at the finish. The men's game, just back and forth, a lot of turnovers, and still tight to the finish, down to the last shot. I mean, you just can't do it any closer than that. And for that kind of an ending like that, no foul called, no time left on the clock as the ball went out of bounds. I mean, you just can't get any closer than that. So, I mean, as LTU was on the wrong side of it. So, a good tight start to the season. They have a lot to learn from it, though.
So the Blue Devils finishing off with a unbelievable close finish, but it comes out short. So right now the Blue Devils are now 3-2 on the season, and of course for the Saints they are now 3-2. We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in to our LTU Sports College coverage of college basketball. It has been an entertaining, intense, and exciting and close finish to the end. We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you back here on our next home match, but for now, for John Snow, I'm Jan Voker. What an intense battle it was. It finished Aquinas with a 1-point win over LTU. Thank you, and I hope you have a good night.